Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Vertical Take with Jennifer and Taha. Today is episode 21, and we have the stunning, the beautiful Luna Rivera.
Hi. What a great intro. Thank you.
Hey,
It's about time we got you on here. So I'm just gonna start off with the first question.
Yeah.
So, Luna, what first sparked your passion for acting?
I was so young. I don't know. I was a Disney kid. And I was so obsessed with Disney Channel. And when my mom explained to me what acting was, I was like, I've got to do that. Like, I want to be Lizzie McGuire. I want to be Raven Simone. Like, come on. And then I went to a I went to a dancing, acting, and singing camp in Puerto Rico. And I got to perform it was my first performance in Spanish, and I was like, okay, I'm hooked. So for a very long time, I thought I was going to do theater, and I quickly switched to TV and film. But I was really young. I was like 5 or 6 years old, where I was like, this is what I'm going to do, and I didn't think I was going to do anything else.
Wow.
yes. Hey, and you can't go wrong with Lizzie McGuire and That's So
Nope.
Raven. I mean, jeez. Taking it old school.
Queen icons. I mean, that's that. I mean, specifically like Raven's energy, but then the way Lizzie was like living her life. If I could have combined their two lives into a series, I would have been so down to do that.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. So, growing up in Miami, how did your background influence the way you approach your roles?
Oh gosh. Growing up in Miami, I don't know if you guys have ever been, but it's
Yeah.
this amazing blend of like cultures and languages and
Mm-hmm.
right? There's just so many different people with so many different stories. It's a melting pot for a reason.
Yeah.
And I feel like it just taught me how to see the world through different perspectives. And I feel like I bring those into my characters. I feel like there's this certain like warmth and rhythm and resilience essentially that comes from that environment. And I definitely think it sneaks into my roles a lot. So yeah, I think that's growing up in Miami definitely influences a lot of the way I approach my roles for that reason. You meet so many incredible people with so many different stories, and it's like with our characters and our roles, we're playing different people or auditioning for different people. So I do see myself grabbing from the different experiences that
Yeah.
I had in Miami to the backgrounds of some of these characters that we have, because you have to make a full rounded character. So
Yeah,
yeah, it definitely has influenced me a lot for sure.
definitely. And you kind of answered this, but I'm gonna ask it. Do you still find yourself drawing from these roots in your performances?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like at this point it's almost second nature, whether it's I don't know whether it's like my body language or humor or even the way I express my emotions. Yeah, I feel like my Miami roots always inform the authenticity of my performances for sure. Yeah.
Okay. And you spoke a little bit about you spoke a little bit about cheerleading and dance. How did your experience in cheerleading and dance shape your performance skills?
Yeah, I was a competitive cheerleader and dancer for a very long time. And I just feel like, just like any sport, right? It gives you the discipline, the stamina, and an
Yeah.
awareness of movement. Performing in
Hmm.
front of crowds, I feel like taught me confidence, but also how to connect physically and emotionally with an audience. And I feel like that carries over into my acting all the time. With cheer and dance, it basically trained me how to perform under pressure, because a lot of acting too is a lot of like hurry up and wait, and then when it is your time, it's like go 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 go. Or
Mm.
sometimes you have like 5 auditions that you have to submit in one day while you're also on set. Like, it's wild. But it's
Yeah.
time to perform with that under pressure with like a smile on my face. And also being made super aware of my body language and how it tells a story, which is huge in acting. So yeah, it definitely has helped a lot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, Luna, do you still dance for fun today? And what was your favorite style back then?
Yes, I do. I cannot stop. It was my first love and my first passion since I was a kid. It's like therapy for me. And I had stopped for a while because I actually have 2 herniated discs on my lower back from a cheerleading competition.
Oh
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
it was wild, guys. I was 18 years old with back problems. It's crazy. But sorry, what the heck? Um and
You're good.
so yeah, it was I still dance to this day. I actually started recently getting into these like fun salsa bachata classes here in Los Angeles, and that's been a lot of fun. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. But back then my favorite style was like hip hop, jazz, funk, just very spunky, very just like aggressive and fun. So yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
baila,
I see.
baby.
Like,
I'm always seeing your dancing on Instagram, so
yeah.
I'm just always see. I can't dance. Like
Oh,
even whenever I've had too many, I don't dance.
Nah, turn on that music. Bachata, baby. That's the way to go.
exactly. You just gotta move your body.
Yes.
It is.
Okay, so what does authentic representation of Hispanic culture on screen mean to you?
Yeah. I think it means just telling stories that are, real, layered, nuanced, not just stereotypes. I feel like the Hispanic culture is so vibrant and it's so diverse, and seeing it portrayed with truth and respect is so powerful. For all generations, not just for younger generations, but it is powerful for younger generations to watch as well. But I feel like it just means showing us as we really are. We are funny, we're complex, we're smart, emotional, messy, beautiful humans, just like anyone else, and not just like one dimensional cliches. We're not just like the maids or the nannies, or you know what I mean? And so I feel like that really is what authentic representation is. And I'm very proud that there's so many people like Penelope Cruz, um, Sofia Vergara, whatever, that have been breaking those norms. So it is fun to watch, but yeah, I would definitely say that for sure.
Yes. So, have there been any moments where you felt especially proud to bring that authenticity into your role?
Oh yeah, I feel like whenever I get to slip something small, like whether it be a Spanish phrase or even just mannerisms that my family or just the Hispanic culture would do, because I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes it is universal. It feels like a fun, cute little quiet shout out to where I come from. Bringing in little details, whether it's language or food or again just mannerisms that reflects that background. It's fun. It feels like you're honoring culture, family, community on a screen, and I think that's really cool to see, watch, and play.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And if you don't mind for the viewers watching,
Oh,
what Latin American country are your roots stemming from?
Puerto Rican.
Hey, that's what's up.
Puerto Rico, la
Puerto
isla de
Rico.
Dominica.
Sí.
I I was married to a Cuban, so I know all about, yeah, the when we went down to Florida and to visit his dad, which and his dad took us around, or well, took me around just to all the different like Hispanic
Yeah,
places, and
yeah,
had me a
Mm-hmm.
well, this is probably lame, but had me like a Cuban sandwich. I love those. Yes.
so good.
So good.
I have
Yes.
to find a good Spanish place here in Los Angeles. I'll be honest. Like, I have yet to find a good place here where I can get a good Cuban sandwich or even good like rice and beans and chicken, like something that's so
Yes.
basic that I feel like
Yeah.
I get it everywhere in Miami. I'm so spoiled in Miami. And coming over here, it's like I love Mexican food, but man, do I miss my Cuban Puerto Rican food, and I can't
Yeah.
find it. So, if
Well,
anybody knows about
Yeah.
it?
come to New York. We got everything
Oh
here.
yeah,
We got the best mofongo. Beats Puerto Rican. See, we have really good mofongo here.
and I got to make a trip out there. Are you gonna take
Yes. I got you. We out.
love?
Yes, nothing but love.
Which role has challenged you the most so far and why?
Ooh, um, I feel like my role in Still Hope um, definitely was the
Okay.
most challenging that
Okay.
I've ever worked on. It's basically a story about sex trafficking. Specifically, I play a teenager who gets sex trafficked, And so every single day, it was 26 days of shooting, 27, but I was on for 26 of those days. So apart from that already being super challenging, every single day was emotional. Every single day, it's like something else is happening to this girl. And yeah, I fortunately got to meet the two girls who my characters, the event in her story was inspired by. So I think that made that even more challenging because it's like, you know that it's happening. You know that you're telling a story that so many people are going through. But meeting two of the girls who actually went through it and listening to their stories like one-on-one had I think added to the challenge, because now it's like I'm not just like an actor on a project. I'm having to tell a story as authentically as I can without having gone through it myself, and wanting to, not make it a gimmick. You know what I mean? Not make it just about an acting role. Kind of immerse myself into something that's a little deeper than just a story. You know what I mean? So it was very challenging. It was obviously very emotional. It's like every single day, it's like, okay, well, and what I liked about this film, I will say, is that a lot of the things that I go through are implied, which I think is so much more powerful than these like crazy shock factors. Like if you're at a hotel and you're knocking at a door and a guy's opening, you know what's happening. You don't have to go and see the whole thing.
Exactly.
But even then, you know what I mean? I remember just the other day, actually, I was in Nashville doing promo for it. We were doing all the photo shoots and all the stuff, so that for the trailers and all that. And I just remember getting myself back into that headspace and like just crying, where I had to be like, I'm so sorry, can like I take a second? And they're like, I know that this is very vulnerable and you can say no, but like, can we just take these photos of you like while you're in this state? Because that is the, that is the reality of like what is happening. And yeah, so I'm still carrying that to this day, just to show how challenging that project was. And even just like as an actor, it's like, you're going through, so this character goes through literally everything. She's like a teenager and she's having fun and she has her family and she's being bratty, and then she gets kidnapped and now she has to like grow up, but then she's confused, and then she's like, angry, and then she gets found, and now you're following that journey and part of it. So yeah, there's a lot that goes with it. And it was my first role. So it was my first like big role as my leading role as a feature. And so I was like, okay, cool, challenge accepted. And I'm very proud of it, but yeah, definitely the most challenging for sure.
That comes out next year?
Yes, it comes
right?
out next year, early next year.
Okay.
We have a press release coming out soon. So once that comes out, did you hear that?
Yes, we did.
I am sorry.
No.
It's okay.
Wow, if it was loud to us, it must have been super loud for you.
Jesus, these cars are brutal. It's like, go to sleep. It's 8:45 on a Sunday.
Right.
Your Saturday night not lit enough?
Like, Jesus, come on. But yeah, not to take away from what we were talking about. But yes, it comes out next year. There's a press release coming out soon, and once that comes out, we'll be able to announce like the official date. But it'll be early next year. I'm excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, for that being your first project and knowing how emotional the background is, oh my God, props to you for pulling that off. I haven't even seen any content, okay, and I'm just like, wow. And it raises the stakes knowing that you're portraying someone's story. Yeah. Maybe not for justice, but the fact that you are revisioning it, showing the world what they went through, that in its whole self is a totally different concept that not many people can actually do. So give yourself a pat on the back for that, because
thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, I'm speechless.
Yeah, I got to see the film. I know that they had to make a couple of edits, and I think what's powerful too about something like that, and the direction and just the way they sort of like pieced it together. I didn't really like see myself in it. Sometimes you're watching yourself and you're like, oh, and you start judging it. I didn't even do that, because the story is so much more important than just, like I said, than just like my acting and the things that I was doing.
Yeah.
That's And so, yeah, I got to see it, and I saw the first 25 minutes with my mom, and I was getting anxiety watching it with my mom. And then, so yeah, there's a lot of, even my family members are just like, I don't know if I can watch this. And I was like, I'm glad that that's how you feel, but now it's like, you have to watch it because everybody needs to feel that. We need to start making a change. But yeah.
Of course.
I
No, it's
agree with
raising
that.
awareness. Yeah, absolutely. So, Luna, how does working on short form projects compare to traditional film or television?
Oh gosh, short form it's fast and sharp. You know, it's you have less time to tell a full story. So I feel like every moment is packed with intention, and I feel like that's why there's so much more exaggerated moments, and you know, and everything just feels so much more fast paced because especially with these short forms, it's like every episode is like a minute, almost 2 minutes. So it's like you have to get people hooked fast. Yeah, and with like traditional TV and film, you have more space to breathe. You know, it's like every moment, it's like you have just more time with your moments, with your actions. If somebody is like telling you something, you have time to process it and react as opposed to just immediately reacting like we see a lot in these like short forms. But both are challenging and different, you know, different muscles. I remember working on my first one with Seth, a quarterback's first love. And I literally remember leaving that first day thinking, like, am I a bad actor? Like, are they not happy? Because I kept getting like, oh, Luna, we need this and we need that. We need bigger. We need whatever. And it's just because I come from like, you know, traditional TV and film. And so hopping into that, like I literally hats down to all of these actors that do short form and they're on the next one and on the next one. It really is a muscle and it is so impressive. So it was challenging for my first one. I won't lie. But I think I got the hang of it. Because then, like I said, it's like cheerleading, dance, or even theater performances. It's like you have to project. So that's exactly what this is. It's like, you know, little soap operas. But like I said, both are very challenging and both. But yeah, I would say those are the bigger differences between the two for sure.
Yeah,
Hey, you get to be a cheerleader in that first one, in that quarterback thing. I love that one with Seth.
Yeah,
that one was a good one. And I can't remember the guy's name. I guess it was the boyfriend that yeah. And I remember telling him because I did a review for you guys on my review page, and he was like in the comments, he's like, I promise I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy.
Is this
He was awful.
Yes, him and even the girl who plays like the mean girl Victoria. We're super close now. Like super close, but it's so crazy because I remember my family and like even friends watching and be like, where does that girl live? I'm gonna give her my 2 cents. And I was just like, dude, when I tell you this is the sweetest girl, like she is so talented because the fact that she's able to jump into that so quickly is wild to me. But then we would cut and we'd all be laughing and making jokes and stuff. So yeah, he's awesome. She's awesome. Seth is obviously super great. So yeah. It's so funny.
That's funny, yeah. So do you feel that the short form or verticals are creating new opportunities for actors?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I feel like it's giving platform. It's giving a platform to voices that Hollywood may have overlooked, and maybe not. Maybe it's like the start of somebody's career to end up, you know, getting to those bigger, I don't know, like Hollywood spaces. But you know, because like honestly, I feel like audiences are discovering actors on TikTok before they see them in theaters now. It's wild. Like I mean, you guys know my relationship with Jarred now, and I'll talk a little bit about what he's experiencing in St. Kitts. He's filming in St. Kitts right now, a feature film, and all of the actors that he's working with are big. When I say big actors, you know, they've worked on a lot of TV and film stuff. And he is in St. Kitts, y'all. And the waiters were just like, are you actor from this? Are you? Because he's really big. I think his biggest, I mean, he's obviously super known, but like Sebastian Klein is like one of the bigger roles.
Bash Klein, yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, is this like you? And he was like, yeah, it is. They're like, oh my God, we see you, like all the time. And then he went to the grocery store and the same thing happened in St. Kitts. And everybody in the TV and film crew, they're like, what is happening? They're like, oh, those are the verticals that I was telling you about. Like, you know, a lot of people watch them and it's wild. It really is just giving actors big opportunities. And also they're filming so much of them. It's like, you know, where Hollywood died all of a sudden, we don't have to stop what we love doing, you know, in we can get paid for what we have studied and what we've wanted to do, where it's just like, there's so many people that were like losing jobs or having to like pick up so many jobs. And it's like, I feel like it is giving us a lot of opportunities, and I'm really grateful to be a part of it, to be honest.
What drew you to the role of Natalie Aldridge in Married to My Ex's Billionaire Brother?
Oh my God. It's so funny. When I first saw it, which is funny because it wasn't the case at all. But when I saw it on Actors Access, I was like, oh my God, this is like one of the few that I've seen that doesn't have to do with like sex or intimacy or any of those things. Haha, joke was on me. Because I did. But it's like a full blown, that's all we're doing. But yeah, I just when I read the description and then I ended up getting the audition and I read the sides for it. Her strength and determination for sure drew me in. I feel like she's a very ambitious person, but also she has a heart. I mean, you obviously see her going through so much at the beginning, and she carries sort of that anger and God, what is it? Oh, Nate and Natalie. That's right. Jarred's character is very just like, oh, it's okay. Like, I've got you. Don't worry, I've got you. And then, and then she's like trying to figure out what happened to, her dad. She has a heart. And I just loved exploring those qualities, clash and balance in her story. For sure.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah.
Did you click with Natalie right away, or did it take time to grow into her?
I think it was a little bit of both, for sure. I feel like I related to her drive instantly, but then it took me, I feel like it took me some time to peel back her layers and understand her vulnerabilities. Because like I said, she starts off very strong and she's going through all this. Her dad dies. Her, fiance or boyfriend is like cheating on her. Then she doesn't have any money. So it's like she could be hardened throughout the entire time. But so like, yeah, peeling back those layers and understanding her vulnerabilities. I feel like that journey made her even more real for me. And it was really fun getting to explore that. And again, yeah, having that having me grow into her in those ways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. So before you ask the next question, I did have a question that I did want to ask, but I didn't want to ask it because it's kind of personal, could be. So how was the chemistry on screen with Jarred? Like, how did y'all build that chemistry, I guess, between the two characters?
Yeah, I think that I think it was just truly a natural chemistry. When I first met him, it was on set. And instantly it was just because he's very just energetic and he's funny. And like, that's how he is on set the entire time. And I love that. I was going in thinking, because I didn't even know who he was, to be honest. It wasn't until I started like, oh, okay, cool, I'm going to be working with this person. I like to do my research. And so I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I was like, okay, this is probably going to be one of those like big people within this world. And then it just could not have been any opposite. He is very opposite of that. So I just think naturally we had that chemistry. And I feel like throughout time, it obviously built because we're obviously telling these stories. And yeah, I think with us, it was just more of it was very easy. Like our conversations were fun. Then as we got to talk like off screen, it was just like, okay, cool. Like we have a lot in common. We're laughing about really, fun things. We like a lot of the same things. And then here we are telling these like, funny, silly stories. And I just think then on screen, you could see it on screen and we felt it. And then, obviously now we're here, but
yeah. So, okay.
Yeah.
Obviously we're here. Oh my God. So Luna, what was the first thing about Hope and Still Hope that resonated with you?
Yeah, I definitely would say her resilience. She faces so much, yet she still clings on to optimism. And that was inspiring to me because it's something that I try to carry in my own life. We all go through things and it's very easy. I feel like obviously what she went through is really tough. But in general, I feel like we all go through moments in life that are super tough and it feels like we're just like And yeah, her holding on to that optimism, and being able to, navigate life through life that way, was really inspiring to me. So I feel like I resonated so much with her resilience for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like once it does go and hit our screens, that everybody's gonna know who Luna is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna pop off. So yeah,
Huge
I think
billboards
yeah.
in, sorry, not billboards, huge advertisements in Times Square. Luna Rivera. Put it out there, baby.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Especially with something that deep, like
Yeah.
you
Mm-hmm.
have to remember who that person was, because those are
Hell
some
yeah.
hard roles to film. And my
Yeah.
question is,
Hmm.
how did you get back to reality? Like once you were in that headspace, how did you get back to
Yeah.
being Luna?
Yeah. I will say that throughout the filming process, I have to thank so much the other cast members, but also the crew members, because again, I was on basically every single day like everybody else was on.
Yeah.
And they were very, very good at making sure that once that scene was done, they were always checking up on me, making sure that, they were talking me through whatever it is that I need to talk through. And I went through so much throughout that shoot while I was shooting that in my own personal life. So everybody was really just so supportive. So I will say that I was able to bounce back to myself, even throughout filming. But I did realize that once I did get back home, I was carrying so much that I didn't realize, because it's like, yeah, fun isn't the right word, but like here we are, telling a story, making a film. I got to meet a lot of really cool people and hang out, and it was being able to bounce back. It took a second, especially when I got back home, but it was really like my mom, my sister, my family, my core family specifically, that were just like, okay, we're going through this. And they really did help me out a lot, because I didn't realize how much I was carrying until I got home, to be honest. But it didn't take me a long time, but I will say their love, their support, and their patience more than anything was really what got me to bounce back to being me.
To being the Luna.
Yeah.
Okay. So what excites you most about Still Hope, and also Brace for Danger?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that movie changed. What was it originally? I think it was called, I couldn't even tell you. They changed these names so much. Actually, when I saw the Brace for Danger, I was like, "What is?" I don't remember doing this. And then I clicked on it. I was like, "Oh yeah, I did. I did do this." But I'm excited, as we were talking about, like, Still Hope, for the film to come out, for people to see it, because for the most part, when we see sex trafficking movies, we see it from not the victim's perspective. We see it from the perspective of the parents or the person who's trying to find them, like Taken or Sound of Freedom. You know what I mean? And those are just as powerful, but I feel like we definitely are due for a film where you are seeing it from the victim's perspective. And it's not just the journey of her then getting found. It's like, because a lot of those movies also end at like, okay, cool, it's a happy ending, this person got found, but that's not the
It's
reality.
not happy, no.
There's this
The amount of
whole,
therapy that they have to go to, the healing process. Some of
yes,
them never fully
exactly.
heal, and you will never fully heal,
No, not at all. And that's what I love so much about this film and the story that it's telling, and how they wanted to tell it as real as they can, especially with like a film honoring the two girls, but not just the two girls, everybody else. And so I am excited for that to come out and for people to see it from that perspective. And like I said, like, want to invoke something in them to want to start helping in whatever they can, so that we can end this, because I know that it is a possibility. We just need so many people's hands in this. And I feel like hopefully this movie is the start of, or, the continuation, because I know that people have started, but the continuation of that as well. So I'm excited about that for Still Hope. And then on the opposite side of that, Brace for Danger is actually a film that I worked on with the same company that I worked on with Secrets. Gosh, this one changed as well, but Secrets of the Sisterhood, Secrets of the Sisterhood.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. I watched that yesterday. I was like, 'cause that wasn't on Lifetime, but it was on Prime. And
Yes,
I
Amazon.
was like, oh, she was in something else. So then I was like, well, to be fair, I did skim through it. I didn't actually watch the whole thing, but I did skim. Yeah.
Yeah. No, no, it's all good. But I worked on that one back in 2024, I think, last year. Yes, it was last year.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that same company, they were, doing this film, and it was cool. It was the first audition that I got coming here to Los Angeles because I moved last year on August 31st. And we filmed that in November. And so I don't know. I mean, it's a thriller. It's, I get kidnapped in this film as well, but more for ransom, not for something else. And so I think it's just, it's a typical, this one is going to be on Lifetime. So I think I'm just excited for it to be on Lifetime and, for people to watch it. Just a typical thriller Lifetime movie, but it is cool and it's exciting to see on TV. So
yeah, exactly. I love me some Lifetime. I don't know what it is about Lifetime.
they get you hooked for sure, just like these verticals.
Yes.
So, Luna, what was the most surprising or rewarding part of making your first major movie?
Ooh, I think I'm gonna have to say how, realizing how collaborative the process is. You go in thinking it's just about the role and you're just an actor on it, but it's really about being part of something bigger, being part of a bigger family, all working together as a whole to tell a story, especially a story like this. Because again, like I said, when I first got it, it was just like, okay, cool, I'm just an actor. I'm just gonna say these lines, connect with my, partner, or wherever it's at, but it's so much more than that. And I think even that in itself is so rewarding. But realizing that it's so much more than just, you're putting in your part in so many other things than just the acting part of it is really cool. So I would say that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So if acting suddenly disappeared, what creative outlet would you throw yourself into instead?
Ooh, definitely writing. I think I love storytelling.
Okay.
So yeah,
I said, okay.
Yeah, I love reading, you know what I mean? So if I could write a fictional book, and I have this sort of love-hate relationship with poems, but I want to get better at understanding them in my own interpretation, and I feel like that's a skill in itself. And so I feel like I one day want to challenge myself and want to write some poems, even if it's just one really good one where it just kind of blows up and people are like, that's what Luna Rivera said. And I was like, yes, it is. But
right.
yeah, but I mean, apart from that, I love writing. If I could just write, and I used to write so much more, just fictional things, random things that would pop into my head. So I would say writing as a creative source for sure. Yeah.
So we might be able to see something on the bookshelves in the future.
You never know. New York bestseller.
Amen.
There you go.
Yes.
We're manifesting that.
New
Manifesting.
York's best Latina seller.
There you go. Yes.
Yes. Okay, Luna. If you could star in any lead in any classical rom-com or drama, which one would you choose and why?
Oh, I'd definitely say Pretty Woman. Hands down.
Yes.
Pretty Woman. Yes.
Such an iconic character. I mean, she's funny, she's vulnerable, she finds love, independence, and confidence all at once. I mean, she's a totally unforgettable character. And I remember watching the movie and just thinking to myself, it's I feel like we all find a little bit of Vivian in us, in our lives at some point. I just love that movie so much. Plus, I mean, who wouldn't want this epic shopping montage and that fairy tale ending with Richard Gere, climbing up the fire escape? I mean, that's rom-com royalty right there. So 100% Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love that. It's one of my favorite movies. It's
Oh,
Pretty
God.
Woman.
A classic.
Yes.
Totally.
Now, do you have a dream actor you'd love to collaborate? And it could be actor, actress.
Yeah. Oh, man. Gosh, there's just so many, right? But I think recently I started getting more, not even more into her, but we were talking so much about her. And I just remember thinking to myself, oh my God, that's right. She's just such an incredible actor. And I think I talked about her a little bit earlier today. It would definitely have to be Penelope Cruz. I think
Okay.
I think she's so magnetic. I think she is such a powerful actress. She's such a good actress. And I feel like I'd probably spend the whole time just like studying her, the little nuances, her mannerisms, the way she takes her time. It's just everything is so real. It's so authentic. It's so just like immersive. Like she is in Penelope Cruz when I see her. And then she's married to Javier Bardem, who is like so amazing too. It's the power couple of the century for sure. But yeah, Penelope Cruz.
That's besides the point.
That's
Oh,
just like
yep, yep. I like that.
Yes. Another question would be, Luna, what keeps you grounded?
What keeps me grounded? I would definitely have to put this back on my family and the support of my friends and my family, to be honest. Like, there definitely are times where things get so chaotic that
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say I forget who I am or where I came from or anything, but knowing those core people that were in my life from always and that never gave up on me, even when I was going through the lowest of the lowest parts or times in my life. It's just being reminded of them, talking to them all the time, them talking to me as we usually do, like even before things started a little bit popping off and stuff like that. So I would definitely have to say my family and my friends, my core people forever. They keep me grounded. They keep me sane. More than anything, I love them so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll definitely keep you grounded.
Oh
They'll
yeah,
let you remember where you
Absolutely.
came from.
for sure.
Yes. And if you were to see yourself in 5 years, what would you like to see yourself as in 5 years from now? So 2030.
2030.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'd like to see myself. That's a good question. I feel like things are changing all the time. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they really are. Because like right now, it's like, I'm about to travel Europe and then go to Asia. And, hopefully from Still Hope coming out, I'm hoping to be able to tell a couple more really cool, but like important stories that people can resonate with. And yeah, I don't know. Like I that's like I said, it's always changing, but I definitely would have liked to have a couple more projects under my belt, a lot of important projects under my belt, having seen a lot of parts of the world, getting to experience different cultures and learn about like different things as well. I'm not just an actor, like I like doing other things as well. And I don't necessarily know, probably with children, living in a
Okay.
yeah, I want to be a mom. I at one point said I wanted to have 5 children.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
Probably 2 or 3, but yeah, I definitely want to have such a big impact within these next couple of years so that then I can start like that motherhood journey and
Yes.
kind of, I don't want to say live a low key subtle life, because I'm always gonna want adventure and like do things, but yeah, that'll probably change next week or in a year from now, depending on where life takes me. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I think that's essentially a general of where I sort of see myself right now.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now that we've got those boring questions out of the way, now we're gonna get
Time
into
for
the
the
fun
juicy
stuff.
stuff.
So yeah, so basically we're just gonna do two truths and a lie.
I know how to juggle.
Okay.
I've been skydiving and I have a twin.
Interesting. Very interesting. What's
I
the
don't think
score?
you have
Am I
a
on
twin.
6 or am I on 7?
I don't remember.
It's too early for this.
Oh goodness. I'm gonna say I don't think she has a twin. I don't remember when I was doing my research that coming up anywhere.
Hey,
But
people can keep things very discreet,
that's
and I don't think
true.
she would
That's
give an
true.
obvious one away. Oh, I'm thinking. Skydiving, you're adventurous, so you could have done skydiving. Juggling, you're Hispanic. You know how to multitask. So I do see you juggling. Oh my god. Mm, I think you might have a twin, actually. Fuck. But if she has a twin, what's the lie? Jennifer, you're saying that she doesn't have a twin? I think she might have a twin. Fuck.
Okay, let's hurry it up.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, you haven't been skydiving. I'm probably gonna regret my answer forever.
Okay, we both locked it in.
Yeah.
Go ahead and let us know.
So I can say what it is.
You can
Yes.
explain all your answers, yeah.
So I have been skydiving.
Ugh.
I do have a twin.
Oh.
Oh,
She doesn't know how to juggle.
I do not know how to juggle.
Okay, at least the score's the
wow.
same.
Yeah.
So explain, please, if you don't mind.
Yeah. So yeah, I was born with a twin. We're
I had a feeling.
we're fraternal, but if you saw us for the first time, you would think we were identical.
Oh wow.
So much alike, yeah. And then skydiving, I actually did. Back in 2017 in Miami, I actually bought it for a gift. I got it as a gift for a friend. And yeah, I am super adventurous and I really wanted to do it. So I did it and it was a lot of fun. And I've dabbled into juggling, but it just doesn't hit right. I don't know how to do it. I'm not good with that. I thought I had good hand-eye coordination.
Right.
I thought I did, but nope. Juggling is
Nope.
just ain't it for me. So
Well, to everyone who got that right, congratulations. Continue to keep those tallies up. The score is still the same, either 6-4 or 7-4. I'm not too sure. I forgot. I have to refer to myself in a previous video. And yeah, I came on here unprepared. It's morning and it's a Sunday. Okay, catch me some slack. Anyways, with that being said, let's move on to the rapid fire.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna fire away.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna put a timer on because I want to answer all these. I want to ask all these questions. But I'll keep one on just in case, just to see if I go over. Like, that's for me. So whenever you're ready.
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. Comedy or horror?
Comedy.
Tamales or enchiladas?
Enchiladas.
A place that healed something in you.
A place that healed something in me. Oh God. This is, I don't know. Pass. I don't.
Okay, that's fine. Show up late or not at all?
Show up late.
Mofongo or mango?
Mofongo.
Yes.
All day.
Spill the tea or keep a secret?
Keep a secret.
Okay.
I'd be liking to spill the tea, but it's got to be with like a specific person. If not, she's keeping it.
Right? Reading lines alone or with a partner?
With a partner.
Salsa verde or salsa roja?
Salsa roja.
Yes. Gyros or tres leches cake?
Oh, tres leches.
All the way. I know.
Okay.
Take the blame or pass it?
Take the blame.
Okay. Action or emotion?
Emotion. No, action.
Okay. Only eat spicy food forever or no spice ever?
Oh, no spice ever.
Oh no.
I know.
one take magic or carefully crafted scene?
Carefully crafted scene.
Left-handed or right-handed?
Right.
Kiss in public or kiss in private?
A kiss in private because you get to do more.
More. Literally. What's your comfort ritual after a long day?
Oh man. Okay. So I love taking a nice long shower, Uber eating food, but also Uber eating, and it's usually like it really is anything. To be honest, just any comfort food,
Yeah.
whatever I'm feeling, and then eating ice cream and putting on a face mask while watching reality TV.
There we go, people. That's a typical night for Luna for de-stress. Big city tour or nature hike?
Nature hike.
Harry Potter or Lords of the Rings?
Oh my god. Harry. Lord of the Rings.
Okay. Timer went off, but I'm continuing. When do you feel most alive?
When do I feel most alive? Honestly, when I'm on the beach.
Okay.
By the water.
Jealous partner or clingy partner?
Clinging partner.
Okay. What's your real life? Sorry, who's your real life hype person?
Right now, I would have to say Jarred.
Okay.
Yeah.
Call them baby or call them by their name softly.
Baby.
Okay. Forehead kiss or neck kiss?
Ah! I'll go with forehead kisses.
Okay. One thing you're proud of that isn't on your resume.
Something that I'm proud of that isn't on my resume.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question because I think most of I think I'm gonna have to pass because I think everything that I'm really proud of is on my resume, to be honest.
I'd say your adventurousness. That you're so up for adventure, yeah.
Okay, yeah, then let's say it again. Adventurous.
Great. And the last question is, and this is a meaningful one. One more year with the person you love or 10 more years alone?
I would say, yeah, I would probably say one more year with the person I love.
Oh, you're a lover girl.
Yeah.
Te amo, te amo. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for participating in this rapid fire and not passing the spicy questions, even though they weren't that bad. So I would like to open the floor for you to ask us any questions if you have any.
Yeah, I think my biggest question is what got you guys into, how did you guys meet? What got you guys into doing this? This is really fun and really cool and interactive. So I think I want to sort of get to know that for sure.
Jennifer, you want to start?
I'll let Taha, because yesterday I just gave a really, really simple Cliff Notes version of how we met. And he's got this long.
It's in our introduction, but I'll make it very short and snappy. Have you heard of Noah Fernley?
Yes.
Okay, so before these vertical communities came out anywhere, he created a Discord channel called Noah Fernley's Inner Circle. It was chaotic. I was one of the admins on there, currently the only admin on there. The other one ran away.
Oh no.
I know. And Jennifer joined. I gave out nicknames. I gave her a nickname called Snow White. I'm not gonna say the reason because it's so rude. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Hint, hint, hint. And then when Instagram subscriber channels came out, everyone shifted to Instagram, and then we were all doing all of that. Jennifer and I kept in touch because I wanted to keep in touch with, cool people. And she was giving me all kinds of recommendations for verticals and stuff like that.
Amazing.
And yeah, we just stayed in contact. And then how I got into verticals is I was doing my master's and I needed something to de-stress from the the classes and schoolwork that I was going through. I couldn't get myself into these long series because it would affect whenever I was studying. My mind would go elsewhere. So, it the ads came up, and you'll be very proud to know that I lost my vert virginity. Yes, that's what I call it, my vert virginity to your man's, Jarred Harper. And it was his debut, The Double Life of My Billionaire
Right.
Husband, Bash Myers slash Sebastian Klein. He
Okay.
just gave off that quiet confidence. I'm like, what is this? Ooh, I like this.
Okay.
Short, snappy, de-stress, take it along.
Okay.
So that's how I got into verticals myself. And yeah, if you're talking about in terms of coming onto here, I'm gonna take that over to Jennifer because she can explain that into more details of how we're doing this.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So, so we got into this because so I have my review page, Her Short Takes. I was actually it was funny because and I could say this out loud. I remember I went and asked had sent um Casey Esser a
Mhm.
message, and I had asked him to fill out a simple little questionnaire for me to make a post out of, and he had actually went above that and was like, "Hey, let's set up a video call and talk face to face." And I was like, can I do this? Is this something that can I talk to people? Because
Yeah.
I'm not the best talker. Like, I don't, like, sometimes I just ramble. So anyway, I was like, okay, so if I'm going to do this, so if I'm going to do this, I need somebody on my side, at least because I'll be a little bit more confident. So
Uh-huh.
me and Taha kept talking. We'd been talking for a while. And I asked him if he would join forces with me. And he said, hey, yeah, let's do this. And so the vertical take, which is spin off of her short takes, came along.
Love
And
that.
so we've been doing this for about what, a few weeks now, not even that long.
Oh
We
my
Yeah.
started August 1st and we're already on
Oh,
episode 21. It's crazy. And
God,
today is what,
that's crazy.
23rd?
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah.
yeah.
We really are spiraling off.
Taha, you said you did your master's. What did you study?
I did an MBA in finance.
Okay, yeah, my sister's in finance and accounting.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And my concentration is data analytics.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Wow,
Yeah.
I'm really. And then Jennifer, but you said that you worked a full-time job, right? Besides this, what do you do?
Yes. I'm in banking.
Oh my God, so
Um,
you're both in finances space.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
if
we
you
know
had
what we're
asked me
doing.
if yeah, yeah. If you had asked me though if that was what I saw myself doing, I would be like, no, because I went to school for human resources. So
Okay.
I was
I worked
so
in
and
resources a little.
yeah, I thought that's what I wanted to do. Turns out I'm not that much of a people person. So
Wait, Jennifer, let's show them our resting faces.
Oh yeah.
Three, two, one.
oh, I can't. Oh,
That's my resting face. That's why
I,
whenever you're talking, I can't do that. I'm like,
I know we look like we're being cheesy up here with our big
this is my
grins on our
normal face.
face, and
that's my normal face too. TBH.
Yeah, and it's like people are like, are you okay? Are you pissed off? And I'm like,
No,
no.
I'm totally fine. What do you mean?
that's just my
Yeah.
face.
So I always have to keep a smile on.
I know. I have sent him screenshots of himself. There was one that he had sent me, and I was like,
I
"Why does this look like a
swear.
mugshot?"
I think it was yesterday. It's my resting bitch face came on by accident, and I was like, "Oh shit! I
You're
gotta
like,
cut that out." It was worse than that. I'll show you in DMs. I'll
okay,
give you a picture. I'm like, oh, this is
that's
ugly.
hilarious. Well, that's fun. I'm happy to hear that, like the verticals, because and then so I heard a little bit of Kaha's story. What about yours, Jennifer? How did you get into like watching verticals and stuff?
Um, so mine was basically just a short version of it. I kept seeing ads. Well, okay, actually, I had watched a vertical. It was the very first. I guess it was the very first United States vertical. It was the one. The Contract Wife, I think was what it was called, with Samantha Drew. And okay, so that was back in 2022. Then 2023 came out, and I seen ads for Seth Dean's very first vertical called Call Me Alpha.
Yeah.
After I watched that, that was back when we had to pay for coins. As soon as
Hmm.
they started the subscriptions where you could spend like $19 for like a whole week, I would do that, and I
Me on it.
binged them. Like I think my first one was real short, and I just binged like all like everything I could in a week.
Love.
And now, of course, I don't do that now. I mean, because,
We don't
but
got
yeah,
time for that.
yeah, we don't have time for that. Sorry,
We really don't.
but
It's so
yeah,
sad because I'd like
ever
put on a
since
vertical. Oh, go ahead, Jennifer.
you see what
Sorry.
I deal with, I'm just like, okay,
She's like,
Okay.
okay.
I know, okay,
I thought
but
you were
no, no,
done.
yeah. Yeah, Seth Dean's his was my very first one that I watched, and ever since it was just the fact that it was like a storytelling because I'm a big book reading girl. I love books, like I read, and I just felt like it was like what I was reading brought to the screen, and
Yeah.
and it was even perfect because it was on my phone. I didn't have to pull up my TV. I didn't have to, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So
I'd love to hear that. That's awesome. Well, this is fun. This is really cool that you guys even got to do this. In August 1st, and you guys are on episode 21. That's wild. Y'all are just like popping off. So this is
Yes.
thank y'all so much for having me on, to be honest. Like you guys are great.
Yeah,
well,
thank you
thank you
for
for coming
coming
on.
on. Yeah, thank you so
Yeah.
much. So I will link all of your Grammys, not Grammys. Let me redo that. Grammys. Yes, one day we will link all your Grammys on there. Yes, I'm keeping this in. What I was meant to say is I will link all of your socials in the description box below, including your IMDb and whatever else that needs to be, put on there for everyone to go stalk you and
Oh,
follow
sweet.
you and everything in
Thank
a
you.
good way.
Yeah.
For the rest of you, thank you so much for making it towards the end of this video. Your love and support is what keeps us driving to continue doing this. So thank you very much. And until next time.